When she laughs, she kind of goes, ha 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 ha.
So are we doing my headshots now, or?
Yeah.
You should read the homework.
Lizzie's I get nervous.
Just look at her. Just look at her.
It was misspelled outside the lines, and we loved how it looked.
Lizzie's really outgoing and she's really laid back. That's what I really kind of, really love about her, is that she doesn't have to have everything perfect all the time. She can just really kind of go with the flow.
She's vibrant. She always meets friends.
Probably one of the best people pleasers, and she knows how to make you feel good, especially if you're feeling bad.
Most people wouldn't know that I'm awkward. Super awkward.
Lizzie just has, I think her equilibrium is off or something.
Come on, we got room here. Boom, snap.
Lizzie, a month or two after we met, there were like 3 times in a row, she just like ate the gravel, ate the concrete.
Just
like 3 times in a row.
The liquid in my ears is off.
The first time I met Lizzie, I loved her more than life. Right, it started then.
She's a really good listener. She knows how to listen to people, communicate well. With her job, she knows how to understand people.
I'm currently a special ed teacher at Cherokee Bend, and it is adventurous, never a dull moment.
She has a deep passion for helping those kids out.
She's my sister, but we have a really good relationship. It's probably closer than a brother or sister. We're probably more along the lines of best friends.
I would say she's my best friend too. If I need something, I always call her.
I grew up in a little small town about 30 minutes south of Birmingham, Columbiana, Alabama. Grew up always, was outside, grew up playing baseball. Ended up going to school, played baseball in college.
Any kind of sports, but baseball in general was very, very big in our house.
He loves to turkey hunt, he loves to deer hunt, he loves to fish.
It's very few and far between when he invites me to go hunting with him, but I enjoy going and hunting with him and spending time outdoors.
I think Dane is very loyal. He's very protective.
When he says something, he means it.
Cares for people and does things when people don't know, and that's the right reason for doing it.
He's full of life, full of excitement. There's never a dull moment. He's spontaneous.
He's always been so much fun. He's loud as could be. Everybody always knows he's there.
And I don't think Sweet Dane can't get mad. I mean, he puts up with everything.
He has a very short temper.
I've never seen him get angry. And Lizzie can push a button sometimes, I think, but he's so sweet. He never gets upset.
His best traits came straight from me.
Is there anything I can do to help?
That's what his mom told him to say.
Yeah. Is there anything I can do to help? What can I do to help?
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Most people probably wouldn't know that I'm probably a big softie.
He is a softie. He has a little emotional spirit about him. Not near as emotional as my family though.
Ooh, I don't cry.
You don't cry. You're
I
careful.
don't cry.
As a kid, Lizzie, always trying to do something to please her mom and dad. She's probably the best free human labor my dad could probably ever ask for.
Yeah, that's why we had kids, is to provide human labor.
Dane as a kid would follow me around. We were really close. I did dress him up a few times in dresses, put some makeup on him, and he followed me around, and I called him like my little Tinkerbell or something, and so he loved that. That was a highlight of his childhood, I'm sure.
He didn't mind at all. He really didn't.
She brings dogs home.
She brings chickens home. She
Chickens,
brings ducks
ducks
home.
home.
But she brings them home and then she leaves them for us to take care
Yeah,
of.
absolutely.
And she goes back to school.
Absolutely.
He loved to dance. MC Hammer was a favorite. So he would dress in all black.
From the top of his head to his toes, solid black.
And turn on MC Hammer and like dance like till he was sweating.
And he did not do the short program, he did the 20-minute.
He would also dress in all black and would think that nobody else could see him. And so he would crawl around the house and he really thought that you could not, he thought he was invisible.
She comes to the house and there were blue and orange chicks and ducks.
And 3 ducks.
And 3 ducks.
Absolutely. She went back to school, left them here. And Lizzie brought home her dog now.
You got out of the shower there, she was standing holding a little puppy dog that to this date she swears
It was a squirrel.
was a squirrel on the side of the road.
Also, every morning when we woke up for breakfast, he would crawl under the kitchen table and you would have to guess what animal he was before he would actually sit down and eat breakfast. And he never made, the sounds he made were always the same, and he would always crawl the same way, and so you would just have to go through this long list of animals.
He loved to be a tiger. He loved to be an elephant.
And he would finally just hop up and eat breakfast.
As a kid, Lizzie, a lot more athletic than me.
Kind of one of the better athletes I've ever been around. More of it was not a daddy's girl relationship. It was more of a athlete-coach type relationship. It was more of a, hey, let's go throw the softball. Let's go.
He adores her. He adores everything about her. It's gonna be hard to let her go.
We met kind of through mutual friends.
Hit it off right off the bat. I can't imagine a connection more strong.
We just got to talk and kind of know each other.
He was super cute, and I couldn't wait to see beyond the outside. I never really did believe in love at first sight until this happened, until I met Dane.
My first reaction upon meeting him was pretty much like, about time, Lizzie, you met someone normal. I know, like everybody says, there's a lot of fish in the sea, but she's a pretty terrible fisherman.
When I first met Lizzie, she was very easy to talk to and get to know, and I felt comfortable around her immediately. She fit in, with our family.
I could tell that this was different than the way that Dane, the way he acted.
One thing that I am definitely around Lizzie is myself. I'm not scared to be something that I'm not, and I've always been like that with her, and it's something about her, I guess, that just brings out my true personality.
The trust is undeniable. Like, our relationship has grown so much in the past year.
What one lacks, the other one has a lot of. They both make each other smile, and I hope to have a relationship like that one day.
She is so supportive of him, and he's very supportive of her. Their personalities are just great together. She kind of keeps him on task.
The thing that I love most about Lizzie is not only is she laid back, but she really keeps me in check. Like, if she doesn't think something's a good idea, or she thinks that I'm doing wrong, she's going to be the first one to say, hey, look, I don't think this was right.
She kind of grounds him, and she doesn't let him get too overboard with those kind of crazy ideas that he has.
I think that their relationship is so strong that they're able to talk through anything.
I can tell that she really cares about me by the small things that she does every day.
It's the little things that he does that make me so happy, and he would sacrifice anything for me. And I love that about him.
She doesn't really fold clothes that well. I'm kind of OCD when it comes to stuff like that, so.
Why do I make you so mad folding clothes?
Just because when you fold them and then you get them back out, they're wrinkled.
It's just a process.
You gotta fold them, but you just like ball them up and then throw them off to the side.
Dane's weird quirk is his turkey calls. He's a big turkey hunter. All of his turkey calls are laid out on the guest bed. And I'll go to move them. He's like, he freaks. Wait, let me move my turkey calls first.
Don't touch them.
But they're in the middle of the midst of everything.
Nah.
Like, it's not like they're put off to the corner.
Well, if you want them somewhere, I can put them somewhere different. It's just, I have to do it.
Gotta practice.
You can't be just going in there, coming in hot.
Sometimes she can be a little messy.
I'm messy organized. Like, to where I know stuff is, I know that My t-shirt is underneath my 7 sweaters, underneath my pair of jeans.
She'll take her jacket off and she'll leave it on the floor. Or when doing laundry, she'll take her clothes off and she'll leave them inside out.
I'm not messy. I'm messy organized.
I have a confession to make that I did snoop. I did snoop. I did a lot of snooping. I get the phone bills, and so I would see the number pop up on the phone all the time. And then I would, I'm sorry, Lizzie, that I did this, but I would looked it up on the internet, and I knew she was seeing someone, and you know, I would hint around, and she never would say at first. So I knew there was somebody. And I hate to tell her that I did snoop, but I did. I'm sorry.
When he was in college, he had a girl that he was kind of dating, and I did not like her at all. So I created a fake MySpace profile. I wrote, some things about, to her, and ended up breaking them up because of that. And I don't think Dane knows about this to this day. He might be a little upset with me if he knew. I just did what I had to do, and everything's worked out.
I had gotten the ring and I had had it for about a month or so. And I was just thinking about when I was going to do it. And I had my little dog Sadie. I just decided one day, I talked to one guy that's been married for like 20 years, and I was like, heck, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Every time I come home from work, I go down and I work, with Sadie. So I go down, I was like, Lizzie, why don't you come down and work with us?
He called me downstairs, and I love Sadie to death, but I hate working with her because there's always constructive criticism involved. You need to do this, pull this a little tighter, say this a little louder, and I knew that was going to be involved that night, and I had a long day at work.
And so she stomped down the steps, and when she felt really bad that when she got down there, he had proposed.
She couldn't tell, but I was shaking down there while I was working with her. So I was like, I left my phone upstairs on purpose. So I looked down, trying to get my phone. I'm like, Lizzie, I forgot my phone. Can you go up and get it? She just stared at me for a second. And I was like, please go get it. So as soon as she gets around the door and goes up the stairs, I get the ring out of my pocket and I'm shaking. I tie it on the string and I go, hey, Lizzie, why don't you come, work with her for a second? She's like, no, I'm good. I really don't feel like it. I was like, no, for real, like, you need to come over here and do this. So she does. So she grabs the string and she goes down and she feels and she looks at it and it's the ring. And then by the time she looked at it, I'm down on my knee, and then that was it. She said yes.
I just lost it. I'm an emotional person, and I just cried and cried and cried.
10 years from now, I definitely see us having a couple kids.
There will be full of life. I expect us to have children.
I do want to be a grandmother. I do. Then I can quit work. I'll babysit. Anytime I'll babysit.
Yeah, 2 dogs, living on a little bit bigger backyard.
He wants our kids to be able to run around and enjoy life and have the same type of childhood that we did. Outside, in the woods, playing in a creek, playing in a pool. And I expect to have a big old party with all our family over. Our front door will be a revolving door. We'll always have people in and out.
Definitely I see us happy, and I see us, being a support system for each other. And that's the main thing. When I think about my future with her, it's always nothing but, positive.
Just say yes.
If I could give one piece of advice, it would be to listen to each other, to communicate well.
Don't fight every battle. Just fight the ones you feel strongest about.
Each of you have to give 50-50. And when one of you is down, give your percentage to pull them on up.
Oh my gosh, finances.
Don't bring
The
it. Don't
best
buy
bit of
bags
advice,
from the stores.
I think the best bit of advice would be definitely be honest with finances.
Yes. And I've learned through the years, be honest and don't buy things.
Lacey's
Hide
money.
them in the closet.
Lacey's money's Lacey's money. But my money's Lacey's money too. Everything we have is Lacey's money.
Cherish every moment you have with each other, because we only have one life, and we have it. Spend it 100%, man. Love each other 100%. Live 100%. Enjoy life.
I cannot tell you how much I appreciate, you and everything that you do for me every day. I know that a lot of times I may not show it in the best of ways, and I just want to let you know that I'll always appreciate you, not only for what you've done for me up until now, but into the future. And I can't imagine myself with anybody else at all. And I'm looking forward to everything that the future holds for us.
Dane, you're my best friend. I can't imagine spending my life with anybody else. You make me so happy, and you make me laugh. You make me laugh more than I ever have before. You make everything about life fun. There's never a dull moment. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I can't wait to grow old with you and raise a family and capture every moment of life with you. I love you.
I'm just so proud. I've seen you grow up, and I've seen where you've had some obstacles, but you have really grown up to be a precious baby to me. And Lizzie too. I immediately felt like she was my child.
Lizzie and Dane always remain true to each other and always be best friends, always.
From the time that Dane was in my stomach, I asked God to please find the person that's right for Dane. I always worried that I wouldn't be there. And I've made it through so many things. Y'all are going to be stuck with me forever. I could not have dreamed that this would have turned out like it is, because I do love Dane. I love Lizzie.
Nobody said this trip's going to be easy to marriage or to a long life. And it's not going to be easy at times, but it's going to be fantastic at other times. So, good luck.
We love you.
We do love you.